Hey, what's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video I'll be going over 5 of the best corrosive weapons in Borderlands 3. These weapons will be really useful to you in the Handsome Jackpot DLC, and I'll be showcasing them all on Mayhem 4 with neutral modifiers, as well as telling you where you can farm for them and what makes them so good. If you have any suggestions for what should be added in part 2, just let me know in the comments, and let's get to it. The first gun we'll take a look at is Breath of the Dying, which has an increased chance to drop from Blinding Banshee in Desolation's Edge, who you can find here on the map. It always comes in corrosive and is one of very few corrosive only legendary weapons in the game. With good damage, high fire rate and a generally healthy magazine size, Breath of the Dying is a solid weapon all round and beats a lot of assault rifles for DPS. Its unique effect sends a number of corrosive orbs out from the enemy you killed, which can damage other enemies in the vicinity, making it good for crowd control. These orbs can also damage you, so beware. I have been downed by them a couple of times with no one left for a second wind. But overall, Breath of the Dying is a great corrosive assault rifle that is easy to farm for. It's simple to use, deals good damage, and has an effect that helps you fight off multiple foes as long as you keep killing. The next great corrosive weapon is the Lineage, which I'm surprised I hear so little about. It comes in 2 elements, incendiary and corrosive, and can be directly farmed for by targeting Lavender Crawley, located in the Droughts at this point on the map. The Lineage is a COV weapon that is easily the highest DPS pistol in the game. This is thanks to the barrage of slow moving projectiles that it sends downrange at a rapid pace. These projectiles also ricochet off objects, and although the gun is very ammo hungry, it'll melt anything faster than you can empty its mag. It isn't very accurate as seen by its large circular crosshairs, and is best suited in close ranges, but still performs well in medium ranges too. Because of its slow moving projectiles, it is also capable of crit swapping if you pair it with an Unforgiven. Overall, the Lineage is a fantastic corrosive weapon that will drain health bars faster than just about anything else. If you need to kill something fast, this is the gun, and you will never find it letting you down as long as you've got ammo to burn. Moving on to the Cutman, in particular the binary Cutman, which is the best DPS Cutman you can find. The Cutman is a melee 1 SMG which comes in incendiary, corrosive and shock. It is dropped by Borman Nates, who you can find at this point on the map, in the Meridian outskirts. The Cutman fires a pair of slow moving projectiles which form a laser between each pair. This laser gets wider the longer it travels and will continue to travel until it hits a world's surface. Due to the nature of its projectiles, one shot from the Cutman can cut through multiple enemies, dealing high damage, and it makes it perfect for when facing large groups. The Cutman also chops loaders in half, rendering them pretty much useless. It does have a relatively slow charge time, although that will vary by version, but its damage remains high whatever variant you get, and its damage over time is great too. Overall, the Cutman is a great SMG and is perfect for taking out multiple loader bots with a single mag. Like the Lineage, it is a good companion when crit swapping with an Unforgiven, and the initial damage coupled with its lingering elemental damage make it a high DPS SMG that is great value for ammo. Now to the Recursion, a melee 1 shotgun that can come in any elemental type. It has an increased chance to drop from General Trant, who you can find in Desolation's Edge at this point on the map. Each Recursion comes with 2 elements which you can switch between, and for the Handsome Jackpot DLC, you'll probably want one in Corrosive and Incendiary. It shoots ricocheting discs which bounce between enemies, sometimes multiple times, with each bounce dealing high damage. It does have a slow fire rate, which means accuracy is very important, but if you are accurate, Recursion can drop a group of enemies fast. It is particularly useful against the Scrap Trap Nest and is my go-to gun for this stage of the boss fight. Amara can make this gun especially good, but all characters will find it a great addition to their build. Overall, the Recursion is a great shotgun for when there are multiple enemies around, and it's better the more there is. One shot can deal equal damage to a number of opponents, and you will find them dying when you haven't even shot them. The last gun we'll take a look at is Roizens Thorns, in this case the double penetrating variant. The Roizens Thorns is a torque pistol, which is another gun that can only come in Corrosive. It has an increased chance to drop from Princess Tarantella II, who is a rare spawn enemy like Borderlands, who you can find in the Splinterlands at this point on the map. Like many torque weapons, it comes with two firing modes, sticky and impact. The sticky variant fires purely corrosive projectiles and deals about the same damage as the impact mode, which suits 4 incendiary rockets and a single corrosive one. The damage is high for both modes, and it has a decent fire rate and reload time. The damage it deals is considered splash damage and will serve you well in a splash damage build. Overall, the Roizens Thorns is a good corrosive pistol, and is a nice alternative to the Lineage if you want a pistol that is good with ammo and still holds its own in combat. Its impact mode is best for dealing damage against non-corrosive enemies because the projectiles are split between incendiary and corrosive, and that mode will probably serve you better all round. So that's all for part 1 of the best corrosive weapons in Borderlands 3. Let me know if you have any weapons you want to see in part 2 down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.